It's been about 40 years since computer keyboards began to replace typewriters in our homes and offices. These days, typewriters are basically obsolete.
Yeah, but for one local artist, they're a perfect fit. Fox 12's Tony Martinez has more in today's Show and Tell.
This is a music writer. It's one of several typewriters that my guest today uses to create art. This is Luke Buser. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
By the way,
yeah.
I saw your art online, was blown away by it, and wanted to come and meet you. So tell me about how this all happens. Typewriter art, everything you create is done on typewriters.
It's kind of hard to describe. I mean, I'll tell people I make typewriter art, and they'll be like, "What's that?" I'll be like, kind of making like, different patterns and plays on words and stuff like that out of, using a typewriter. This is a blown-up version of one that I made that's a candle, and it's all the letters that spell out the word candle, and then a little flame on the top.
When you begin a piece like this, is this conceived already in your head when you're making it? Because it would look as though it needs a lot of pre-planning.
Yeah, it's a bit of planning, yeah.
Is that already in your mind when you begin?
Somewhat. I'll have to try on several little scraps of paper, just kind of try different things until I find something that looks like it might work, and then I'll just kind of start doing it and, keep it in my head how many times I need to type a certain thing. And
I was going to ask you about that, because this, to me, in a way, looks like math or geometry.
Yeah.
Is that something you have a special skill at?
I'm terrible at math. When I was a kid, I was really into origami. If I make a mistake while I'm making something, I'll tear it up and throw it away. Like, it has to be perfect. So sometimes I'll spend like an hour typing out something, and then I'll accidentally hit the wrong button, and I'll have to start all over again. So,
really?
So there's some patience that's necessary for it, yeah.
And I know you do some, like, sort of portraits, pictures of people's faces.
They're kind of a little more abstract, creative expressions, taking advantage of the shape of specific characters on the typewriter. Like using a number 3 for an ear just kind of makes sense,
Makes sense to you.
Yeah, to me.
You have to have that kind of a mind.
Yeah.
I know you're opening a record shop, too. Are you going to have some of the art displayed there?
I'll probably have a little bit in there, yeah.
I recommend it. Can you type?
No.
You can't type?
No, I can't type.
Do you see the irony in that?
Oh, yeah, I do, yeah.
Well, you should be very proud of what you're doing there. It's beautiful stuff, and thanks for sharing it with us today.
Of course, thank you.
Okay, the creativity is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I have to ask, though, does he have trouble? Where does he get his typewriter ribbon? I mean, where do you even find those
You can buy them. There's plenty of places here in town, for example, you can buy different colors and different font styles, that kind of thing. But we have a link to his Instagram page on our site, kptv.com. If you just check it out, it's overwhelming.
He's so talented.
The abstract stuff that he does, I just could not believe it when I was saying
Not
it.
only that, it really calls for perfection, because you can't hit backspace with a typewriter. My mom lent me hers one time, and I'm like, how did you guys do this? You can't erase.
Yeah. I mean, if I had back all the time
then.
I spent correcting typos in my life, I'd live 10 years longer. I can imagine what it's like to work so hard on something and then, oopsie.
And then tear it up.
Yeah.
It makes me think, like, if he had a typing class, he'd get in trouble. Quit messing around. You're doing this wrong.
Yeah, great local artist.
Oh, I love his stuff. It is so neat.
And Kim commented, I second it, great hair.
Of course, stand next to me. I mean,
So wait, if we want to see more of his art, where can we see it?
You go to his Instagram page. You can find out all about what he's doing and where else you can see it. He's done commissions and all kinds of things. So kptv.com, look for As Seen On, and you'll see his Instagram.
So good. Okay.
Cool.
Tony,
Thanks so much.
thank you.